Right. Test, test, test. Okay, it seems we're live. This is a little look at Lake. The last time I ran this, just to see if I was interested, it didn't have this DLC message, so that's nice. Okay. I'm going to have to stop creaking this chair, but let me just adjust it and then hopefully it won't do it again. Right. Actually, maybe it's just going to squeak the entire time. It's been getting slowly more and more decrepit, and it's only like a 2-year-old, like nice, relaxing office chair. Definitely have not got the value for money out of it that you kind of expect from a nice, comfy chair that wasn't cheap. Oh well. So, what do we know about this game? Very little. And that's how I like it. Not only did I have this on the list of to play, but when I asked a friend, hey Olivia, what I should play next, they're insistent that it should be Lake. I love how this looks like old CFAX, like European TV graphics. What is?
I just came home and was
what's the
wondering
French
if
one?
everything worked out all right.
Hi, Steve.
No.
Yes, we made the deadline.
Oh, that's awesome. I feel so bad you couldn't make it.
Hope you guys had a nice Labor Day party.
Oh, yes. I mean, the band was great.
So when's this
Mike
set?
fell in
Like
the pool.
late
and
80s?
then Roy got really sick.
Early 90s?
Ryan. And then he fell in the pool, too. No, Roy.
There was a date I just wasn't.
I'll tell you all about it at work tomorrow morning.
It's weird there's no...
I won't be there for 2 weeks, remember?
The 80s then, right?
Oh, wait, yeah. But do you really have to? 2 weeks is a lifetime.
Yeah, Steve, I really have to. But I will continue testing for Addit.
Oh, okay. Right. Awesome.
You know, I better get some sleep now. My plane leaves early in the morning.
Okay, Meredith. Have a wonderful flight. I'll talk to you soon.
Thanks so much for picking me up, Mr. Coleman.
Mr. Coleman? Please, just call me Frank. We're colleagues now, after all.
Well, okay, Frank. Thanks so much for making time for me on Labor Day.
No problem, Meredith. Postal workers always have each other's back. Your dad helped me dozens of times whenever I was in a bit of a pickle.
Well, I hope I can fill his shoes. He hardly ever missed a day.
I'm sure you'll do great. You know what? While we're en route, why don't we deliver some mail in our beautiful little lake town?
And show me the ropes? Sure.
All right then, get ready to roll.
So I was checking out the date was 1986, like I kind of squinted at on that Zoom app. But yeah, we're delivering mail. I did see that, but let's ignore rendering errors. This is a small.
It's always more beautiful than I remember it.
That's made this.
I don't think I'll ever get tired of driving around it. And there's our first stop.
Okay, sir, what's the plan?
Delivering mail is like a walk in the park, with mailboxes. Take this bag, walk to the mailbox, and insert the mail.
I don't think Bus Simulator had the most obvious statement like that in it. Like, get in the bus, drive forward. I like the little ghost symbol. Ooh, wow. Okay, so is there a setting for view look? Just sensitivity of the right. Yeah. Controller camera speed, okay. Because it was whipping around like... Hopefully we don't need it to be quick, but that was just too fast for how my eyes prefer. So we just deliver mail, right? Okay. Glad they provide subtitles and instructions.
Nothing too difficult, right?
I think
Nah,
I should be
it's
able
all
to
good,
face
Frank.
the challenge.
Ha, I bet. Didn't you go to MIT?
Yeah. I left here from Massachusetts 22 years ago.
Shouldn't you get a job in computers then? That's really booming right now.
Well, actually,
Hold that thought. We
So
just
she's
arrived at our next
40,
address. It's a package this time, so
and
you'll have
he
to
would
get it out
be
of the back.
probably over 60 if, you know, he knew her father and everything. He doesn't. I know he's got grey whiskers, but I kind of expect him to walk to the back of the mail truck. Okay. Why is it so... Ooh. Okay. So the camera occlusion sort of stuff is a little... Okay, we just get to pick one, I guess. Do. Okay. So they've done a decent amount of work just like decorating these gardens. Even though that is literally just a grass shader that is covering the ground.
nope. No answer.
Drop package.
Finally done.
Just take your time, Miss Weiss. They never start a game until Frank Coleman has turned on his TV.
Can't steal the bike.
You're getting the hang of it. So, where were we? Computers. Should I buy one?
Yes.
Well, it depends on what you want to use it for.
Bookkeeping. I always make a mess of my tax returns. Can't a computer do that for me?
Sure, there are programs for that, but you'll still have to put in some work yourself.
I was afraid you were going to say that. I'll bug you about it another time. Our next address is right around the corner.
I don't particularly mind that there's no, like, music or score. But it's odd that
There's no place like home.
Sure isn't.
for half
Can't
of the
wait to get
driving
home
sequence
either.
there we had
The
no
Mets
noise
are
whatsoever
playing the
apart from their
Giants.
talking.
Oh, before I
Why
get
can we
out,
hear the van
what time
now
do I start tomorrow?
7 a.m. sharp.
when we
Just
couldn't
check
hear it
in
when
at
we were
the
in the
post
van?
office.
Like,
Okay, Frank. See you tomorrow.
Adios.
we have a little doggy. Not sure I like the frosted tips on everything, but
Hi, Meredith. I just wanted to let you know that Dad and I landed safely. The Florida weather is all they said it would be. I'll call again soon. One more thing. The freezer's stuffed with food, and there's blueberry pie in the fridge. Bye.
Meredith, it's Steve. I didn't get the chance to say it earlier, but thanks so much for being a trooper. I know you had other plans for Labor Day weekend, but nailing the deadline for Added 87 could very well be the most important milestone in our company's history. Enjoy your well-deserved time off. Don't get too used to it. Just kidding. Or am I? I'll talk to you later.
I really should have paid like 30 seconds of attention right at the start of the game starting. Because that whole sequence where she was typing into the computer, I was
Good morning, Meredith. Ready for your
not
first
focused
day?
whatsoever. Eh.
Yeah, I guess. Good morning.
It's a great day to be on the road. I
So he
already
didn't
filled
mind.
up the mailbag in the truck, so you're good to go.
Yay.
I forgot to tell you. There's a map in the cabin, in case you get lost.
That'll be good.
Thanks, I'll probably need that.
Bon voyage!
Mail truck cabin door. Hopefully at some point they're going to stop with the help text, because there's already help text in the bottom right. Okay, so none of these, but wait, so we can't zoom in, but we can place a waypoint in the lake and do that. Okay. What? Okay, that's already bad. So I was trying to place a waypoint on the property, which I would assume would highlight and tag in the center of the, the target that was glowing orange. Okay, so I don't need to indicate, that's good. Do I need to get the mail out for this address, general store? Or do we have it on me, or what? So, 203. I don't think any of these are... There isn't a number, is there? Doesn't say like 207 or 1932.
I didn't bring the package.
What's the address? Okay, so this is 103. How do I... It won't let me zoom in. That's 103. What? Okay, so it's R2, not D-pad. Okay, that's already annoying me. So what's the address we're at? General store. Okay, What? I guess I hit autopilot somehow. Right. So the problem I'm having is the icon says there's a parcel, but I couldn't work out the address. But it's Main Street, so like maybe I'm just being a pleb. Oh right, deliver mail.
I remember this as the old Sugarman place, but the envelope says McGill. Must have moved away.
I wonder if we're pressed for time at all, or we just have to... Thing is, this should be a nice, casual, cozy game. Pine Street, East Street. And I also have to remember about American roads and the rest. So we're on Lakeview Boulevard. And the E means east. Oh, there's a cool fox. I have to say that I imagine far fewer people in the country I live, the UK, will be as familiar with compasses, because it was actually quite hilarious how bad people were at Duke of Edinburgh trying to work out directions on maps with their compass.
There's Stan's Diner.
Because people are far less used to north, south, east, west, which is weird, because obviously everyone must know a parcel. Must know that the sun rises in the east, but then I think people are oblivious, aren't they? So we want to get this out.
Oh, that's heavier than I thought.
Meredith Wise? As I live and breathe. Come here, hon. Now, let me look at you. My, oh my. A few lines here and there, and the occasional gray hair. But
It's just a Pepsi, don't worry.
It's you, all right?
Hey, Mo.
Well, hello to you too, Maureen.
Oh, don't be like that now. It suits you. Age only makes a person more distinguished, is what I always say. To the mirror. Now come here. Tell me everything.
But, Maureen, I do have work to do.
I know you're busy, hon. Little Bird told me all about your temporary mail job
So
already.
why are you trying to make us...
News goes around pretty quickly
What a
around
jerk.
here. So, coffee? Something stronger? I warn you, I will not take no for an answer.
I kind of want coffee.
It's like I'm
to
17
go.
again, Maureen.
In that case, you're welcome, honey. 2 coffee, coming right up. And 1 piece of blueberry pie.
that's not
if
what I meant.
remember correctly. You had one almost every afternoon after school at one point.
Actually, I try to stay healthy these days.
You trying to tell me my pie is a health hazard now, Miss Wise? Ashley, 1 blueberry pie.
She really is stubborn, isn't she?
And Ashley, could you keep an eye on the bar for me for a bit? I'm gonna take my break now. You're a real trooper.
I did not elect to this. Why can't we just sit her in the mail van?
Ashley? Oh, sweet Mary, what are you doing? Is everything okay, hon? Oh, Lord have mercy.
No offense, Maureen, but I'm gonna back away slowly.
Honestly, first the roof and now this? Ugh, that poor kid is like a disaster magnet. I'm sorry, Meredith. Looks like I've got my hands full for a bit.
Works for me.
Next time, I want to hear everything, you hear? Don't be a stranger now.
Okay, not really certain why it put us over there. So what we should do... So that's literally just a town name, okay. Fine, we'll go to the general store. So if I want to place a waypoint... Excuse me for my stomach. It's just gurgling a little. There has been no traffic so far, so I'm going to be very imperial and drive on the side I wish to. Actually, this is the wrong way, isn't it? Nice. Okay. There's a cool rock above us. So there's no fuel limit, I assume. There doesn't seem to be a speedometer, so speed doesn't matter. And I imagine if there weren't trees, we could probably drive all the way through the ground, even though obviously... Oof. Okay, just away from the road, the ground texture looks kind of bad, but we'll accept it. There we go. So we're going slower in town, even though I'm holding the accelerator down. So I'm going to have to guess the address, which I assume is the last package at the end here. Main Street. It's so unlike it. I can't see numbers on any of these businesses. That is one thing, because you'd expect it to be like on the building somewhere. That is one thing I did notice in Seattle. Quite a few addresses had numbers on. Darkroom, huh?
Can I help you?
Hello, here's today's mail.
New in town. Your face looks familiar.
Well, I grew up here and then left for college 22 years ago.
22 years ago, back when they called me Nancy Sinatra instead of Nancy Reagan.
Oh,
So now you're back, huh? I know what it's like.
Does she mean college at 18 or college at 6?
Actually, this is only temporary.
That's what
It's
I
a
said
cultural
too.
thing.
A long time ago. I wonder if
Because
it's
you can
gonna
go to
rain
college
today.
here
It's been raining a lot
before
lately.
uni, so I'm just a bit confused as to what it means. Right, so we've done that. So if we... Oh, I hate... What? Why turn colour? Okay, 102 Lake Road. So what? I assume the waypoint's just for the autopilot. So I'm going to stop using it.
I'm actually enjoying this.
The driving's fine. The navigation annoys me. So is that... Can you see the bridge in the distance? There's like steam and mist pouring out like it's
The mighty Ambrose.
bursting out of a dam or something, so I'll have to look at that later. So this is Lake Road. And that's 102. So not knowing the depth of this game, like, are we just a Merlin for the period? Do murders happen? Does a storm wipe out half the town? So this is 200 later. I guess I should have looked to the bottom left to see if the address was where I stood, but then...
Well, hello there, big cuddly guy.
I was just thinking, you know, because it updated to 200 there. Meow. Okay, so a cat lady lives here.
Oh, look, Genevieve, a new mailman. Hello there. What's your name then?
Hi, Miss Jenkins, right? I'm Meredith. Meredith Weiss?
Weiss, of course. You're Emily's girl, aren't you? This
Yeah, or
is
she's
Meryl
dead now,
Weiss,
so.
Genevieve. She used to live in town
I mean,
years
in
and
Florida,
years
lol.
ago.
22 years to be exact, but who's counting?
Has it been that long? That's almost 2 Genevieves ago. Calm down,
Okay.
Genevieve. You're going to live forever. She isn't, but shh. You do remember me,
I love this
don't
woman.
you?
Of
Oh,
course.
no, I didn't mean to
You're
say
the
that.
cat lady, and you've got more cats than ever.
Yes,
You're
I
the
do
cat
like
lady.
cats. Is that such a crime? So what if I have slightly more of them than I used to? Like Genevieve here, and Thomas, and Oliver.
It's great.
Anyway, did you have a package for me then?
I'm holding it, can't you see? I think it's
Yes,
a toy
ma'am.
bear. Nice.
I think it's a toy bear. I mean, it's shaped like one and feels plushy. Someone must think you need another animal in your life.
Bit of a
Mary, it's
nosy posy, aren't you?
a bed
I know
pillow.
Frank would never feel up the packages.
Okay, it's something else then.
I apologize. I didn't mean to pry, Miss Jenkins.
Exactly.
Well, it's probably another gift from my son. Still doing everything to get into my good graces, except actually drop by.
I'm sure he means well. He's probably just busy.
That's what he says. That's probably what you say to poor Emily, too. Anyway, I won't keep you any longer. Run along,
She is a
dear.
bit of a grump.
Give Emily my best.
Goodbye,
No
Miss
wonder
Jenkins.
she has cats.
Genevieve.
Kind of hoped opening the map wouldn't have
In a
stopped
few
her
days, I won't even need that map.
getting in the vehicle. Oh, I'll need the map, don't worry. Ding ding. That's what these places have, don't they? For clerks to be notified. I assume we talk to this person?
Hi there. I've got some mail for this address.
You're not Frank.
Hello, girl.
Luckily, I don't think a mustache would suit me.
Haha, real funny. But that doesn't explain why Frank gave you the keys for
Okay,
the
so
goose.
she's got a Ghostbusters
The
t-shirt as
goose?
well.
Yes, your white and wobbly van, duh. I'm Lori, I'm Providence Oaks' mechanic. And I'm the one who keeps the goose running.
Mechanic. Don't know judge, but she looks 17.
Aren't you a little young to be a mechanic?
Unless
My
she just
father's
got
been teaching
odd
me since the day
genetics.
I was born. There is no one better in PO than me. And I have to get back to work now. But I suppose you may drive the goose. On one condition. If there's ever anything wrong with it, you bring it back to me, yes?
Okie doke.
All right, I promise.
Good! Perfect. Did Frank tell you about the radio?
No?
It currently only receives the local station. Plus, sometimes it cuts out altogether. If that happens, just give it a big old bang on the dashboard and that should fix it right up. I'm working on it, I promise.
Do we get a dashboard smash
Okay.
button? That
Thanks,
would be
Lori.
great.
No problem, Miss W.
Miss W. She's very polite. I haven't checked. Okay, there's no horn. There is a horn, it's on square. I assumed it would be on, like, L3. Okay, the radio's on. So we turn right at the next turning. Okay, let's slow down and... Okay, so it's a rapids. That makes sense. But the amount of steam there, I mean... It looks like there's a baffle in the water.
Where was Bear Creek again?
I guess that was Bear Creek. Would you said that further away from wherever? Trail, huh? Oh, we're gonna have to look at that later on. What is this? It just says woods. Fast travel place waypoint. Okay.
Oh, right, Bear Creek, near the old lumber yard.
Makes sense. The argument would be that there'd be an establishment taking the water energy for the sawmill, but it looks like they just wanted to situate it next to some odd rapids.
There's a new face.
A rare sight for a secluded lumberjack?
Yeah, last time I saw a human being was about 6 years ago.
I am here to deliver mail, and I come in peace. I'm Meredith.
For how friendly everyone's being,
I hope the peace will be everlasting.
I don't want to remark
Let's see
too
what's
strongly,
inside.
but it feels Canada more than America. But
Oh, what the?
I love the number one.
I'll leave you to it. Have a nice day.
Yeah, thanks, and sorry. It's not your fault this is full of bullcrap.
It's more that the other person got really annoyed with us, and I don't want to get a grumpy lumberjack potentially annoyed with us as well. But then I imagine maybe it's a social interaction game, which is where I'm definitely not going to shine. Those are very straight logs. Can we get to see a deer? fancy about. They are aware that people have eyes, right? These game developers. Not 2 trees deep, you have an empty field and a couple of other trees, and then I don't know. They need to be just a bit more even with the coverage, I think, because the sparseness is easily visible all the way around the edges of everything. Like, I don't know. The thing is, they probably put a load of trees in and then found the performance was terrible, and that is merely a case that they got so much overdraw from all the foliage. Like, if the grass was half the height, it would probably be less laggy.
This is close to where I had my first kiss.
Nice. Do you want to go find that person again? Let's have a look. So did we used to live around here? Or we just came here for a snog and then left? Can we knock these over? No. Okay. So, nothing's moving in the wind. No objects are deformable. There doesn't appear to be any sense of, like, gravity or physics collisions. It's, no, well, okay, it's got physics collisions, but it's just dumb geometry. The car in front of us has a really interesting log change within. That's funny. I get it. It's a small development studio that clearly doesn't have the resources, but oof. Why did they not check though that cars slightly further away aren't obeying the terrain they're on and float up in the air? Like, can they not see that that car's floating now? Anyway. Sorry, I should grump less, but it's actually the small bits of polish that annoy me the most. Not to say that, you know, oh, that would have solved all the problems, but like having the wrong GUI for interacting with the map is something that should have been noticed the first or second QA pass.
Hello?
Hi, Meredith.
And it also probably would have been called out.
How are you? How's the job?
Through PlayStation Cert, you would have thought. And either PlayStation didn't catch it, or they put it in as a, you need to fix this in a patch. And it still hasn't been patched.
I'm alright. The job's okay, I guess. It's not the most exciting thing I've ever done.
Oh, I'm sure you'll be fine.
And I'm fairly certain this is the
It's only for 2
PS5
weeks.
like
Dad
edition
drove that
we're
truck
playing.
for decades.
And it's not like, you know, it's having an issue with the DualSense mapping or something.
Yeah, but I'm not Dad, remember? How is he, by the way?
Ugh, don't get me started. He went on 2 fishing boat trips already. And then there's the late night poker with his new buddies. Oh, I'm almost out of coins. I'm calling from a bar and Dad's ordering a margarita again. Talk soon.
Fingers crossed. Do we get to stay in the house? Stay home and watch TV. Stay home and read a book. I mean, isn't there a third option here? Okay, there's nothing there. Why? Why the dates on Sunday wrong? Or rather, they've got like a white thing over them. So it's still rendering the number. It's just there's like Tipex on the screen or something.
Let's see what's on TV tonight.
I don't know, sometimes I just get a bit too grumpy about
on Bon Appetit.
Has anyone
obvious
seen
things.
Henri?
Yeah, he's in the kitchen, unpacking the new tableware.
Henri! Did someone call me?
I regret selecting TV. Right. So, do we know if it's been filled yet? Should we pop it and get packages or something? Yo, Frank, give me stuff.
Getting the hang of it yet? Check your map, get packages from the back hatch, and be sure to park your van right back here at the office when you're done. Easy as pie.
Okay, I guess we don't need to fill up then. So I was getting frustrated during that cutscene because the sofa was fully textured and had a beaded rim and everything. But the bookshelf was just a flat brown box with some other coloured boxes on. Let's see where we need to go. Quite a few behind us. Okay. And in that regard, it's the consistency in
I went to Moe's Diner yesterday, and I don't think I've ever had food
how would you describe it?
so good.
A consistency in the quality of furniture in a scene. Now, I don't know if they've bought in assets or worked on them themselves. But,
later today. How about some
it just seemed uneven. And especially when her jump, like, we've got a pretty well detailed collar for this shirt, but in the cutscene where she was on the phone, it was a really, sorry, I should be going to the post box, a polygony mess. And I understand if they're going for it style-wise, but the rest of these environments are reasonably well detailed. So then I think it's just something that they thought, well,
same handwriting as the one I delivered next door. I'm guessing party invitations?
are we snooping? It's just the unevenness. Like, this environment looks reasonably well detailed, so why would they have not done that for her jumper? Honk honk. So there aren't any police around here, so we can't get told off for doing the craziness. Does it need to go to here? I guess it does. VHS and Betamax. Nice. So this is the Flick Shack. There's no address where this stood. Are they going to complain that we're not pulled in? I assume it's this. You can wait, jerk. Lol. Okay, those are really cute. Gremlins. The Oddfather. So that's The Fly, Blade Runner. Don't know Susan Lee. No, don't know what that film is. That's Superman. Good, Bad, and the Ugly. Oh, I mean, they've done a good job with these comedy titles.
Welcome to the Flick Shack. How can I help you?
Got a package for you, ma'am.
Hold on. You're our new postal
Ghost
worker?
Blasters.
Talk about not looking
That's
the part.
adorable.
Is that a compliment?
Trust me, it definitely is.
Well, thank you then. Name's Meredith, by the way. Meredith Weiss.
And that's
Angie
Labyrinth
Eastman.
on the
So,
wall
what brings you to
behind
Providence
the
Oaks?
computer. It's great.
Well, I used to live here. Then I didn't, and now I'm back.
I myself have been here for 6 years. Must have been in your didn't period.
Yep, that would be smack dab in the middle of it. What brings you here?
I used to live someplace else, then I moved here.
Touche, Mrs. Eastman.
Miss.
So your dream was to
Oh,
rent
we're
out
just putting our foot
videotapes?
right in it. Let's keep going.
Not a dream, per se. More like a vision. Figured in a sleepy town like this, people don't have much to do anyways. Might as well watch a flick, right?
You certainly have a lot of them.
Choice is everything. Nothing
They've got
quite
Short
tickles the
Circuit.
imagination like the right movie at
amazing.
the right time.
Maybe I should watch more movies.
So this is definitely by
Well, it was nice meeting you, Miss
people of my
Eastman.
age,
Call
from
me
the
Angie.
era of
And
films.
here, someone
that
just
we'll
returned
see.
this, and it should be right
Absolutely
up your alley.
The postman always rings twice? My kind of humor.
Well, I don't know anything else about you, Mrs. Temporary Postal Worker.
Miss. But touche, Angie. All right. I'll check it out if I have the time.
Take your time. This isn't exactly the most popular flick in the shack, and there's plenty of choice regardless.
Okay. Well, it was nice meeting you, Miss Angie.
Same here, Miss Meredith.
And Karate Kid. Not that I've not actually seen Karate Kid or The Fly or Reaper Man. But no, they've done a good job there with some parody. Oh, wow. Okay. So, do they not know how to overtake? This is great. Did I break them? That's amazing. So this is East 3rd Street. Okay, so we can't jump out of the car while it's moving. So I'm going to turn the radio off now. Mostly because I don't want the VOD to get muted. Because I had such issues with Life is Strange. Both the muted and the unmuted settings version, which annoyed me because I got DMCA things on... Oh, sorry, this is 402. DMCA notices on even the ones where I had the audio turned off, which is why I put it back on, but then Twitch insisted on muting the audio as well. It's a hassle. The whole audio system for video games is just absurd. And the fact that Twitch mutes the audio even without you just accepting, yeah, I hit the DMCA, who cares? I'm just going to put this on YouTube. I'm not going to monetize it. Like, who the hell are Twitch to just mute the audio because they decided that that's what they're going to do? Jerks.
Commander Grace, we have established communication with ground control. How do you wish to proceed?
Tell them we've landed the rocket.
Ground control, we have landed the rocket. We will now begin our experiments.
Package for the Evans family?
Just a minute. Commander Grace, permission to explore?
Permission granted.
We're lucky.
Yep, we're the Evans family. Could I just take that real quick? I'm kind of in the middle of a lunar landing.
Sure. Here you go. Nice helmet, by the way.
Why, thank you. I actually modeled it on the Apollo 11 crew outfit. Wait, what? Meredith?
Buzz Aldrin? I'm sorry. Who are you?
What? For real? You don't recognize your old best friend when you see her?
Wait a minute. Kay?
Great. And now I busted my colander. I knew opening the door in this thing was a bad idea.
I'm sorry. I didn't recognize you with the colander thing. The helmet.
Yeah, clearly. But it seems I'm not the only one who came in disguise.
Got me there.
It seems mean to ask the top one.
You're Kay Evans now?
Don't sound so surprised. But yes, I married Barry Evans. I'm sure you remember our high school star quarterback.
Mom!
Be right there, Commander Grace. Scanning for alien life forms. That's my little scientist back there. She's crazy about space travel, as you may have guessed, even after the whole Challenger thing.
Even after the Challenger thing. I mean,
Sounds like you're doing great. I'm happy for you.
Well, obviously a lot can happen in 22 years. So...
time flies.
So, I heard you were back in town for a while.
I would have thought
From
the era this is.
That's right.
People
I
wouldn't
ran
say
into her
Challenger
yesterday
thing.
at the diner.
They would just say Challenger, I think. I mean, it was such a big event.
The kitchen caught fire, so your Uncle Stan is gonna have a field day.
Nope. It's Moe's Diner now. Like I
But
said,
we've been to
a lot
Moe's
of things
Diner.
happened while you were away. Also, I work there now. At the diner.
That's great. Maybe I'll drop by sometime.
Yeah, we'll see.
Ready for a liftoff!
Well, that
Listen,
didn't
I'm sorry, but I
sound
don't really have time for this right now.
very
Can't
happy
get stuck
to
on the
see
moon
her.
on my own, and I have to get ready for work. See you around, Em.
Good to see you, Kay. Evans!
Commander Grace, hold up! You'll never guess what I just found.
You can say that again.
Slightly odd. Okay, so we've got 3 at the neighbourhood of the Kiss, and then 1 the other side of the lake. Okay. Let us drive back through town and see if that traffic jam is still there. The shadows constantly updating on trees. Like, in my vision, it's constantly drawing my attention, just because of... I'd have preferred if they just were unlit trees, than the fact, yeah, okay, traffic jam is still there. Are they still honking? That's amazing. Can we run people over? No. Okay. I wonder if we can damage the car enough that we have to go to the garage to get it fixed. Okay, so if you're really bombing, then... So I assume we're getting houses appear as we deliver stuff.
Hey, Mom and Dad have new neighbors. Ziegler, huh? Don't think they ever mentioned them.
Oh, right, sorry, that... Okay, now I better understand that. That house there, the icon, is our house. So, right, okay. Cat lady has more mouth.
Meryl, dear, so glad you could come by. Oh, it's quite the emergency.
What's wrong, Miss Jenkins?
It's poor little Mortimer. He's fallen ill, I think. 1 minute he was full of life. The next he just wasn't.
He's in a box.
I'm not
How
a
do you
vet,
know?
but he looks fine to me.
Well, fact is you're not a vet, are you? Do you know who knows about animals, though? Is Mr. Mackey. He runs the old bait shop by the lake. Could you take Mortimer to him?
Sure, I'll get right on it. Here, little kitty, come on.
Wonderful. Be nice to Meredith, Mortimer. Don't shed too much hair in her van now.
Bye, Miss Jenkins.
Bye, Meredith. See you soon, Mortimer.
I'm taking it to be something like, because we're a neighborhood postie, we're like a British milkman used to be. Sometimes you'd get extra stuff. Like sometimes milkmen would deliver post and other stuff. What? Why would it post that into... Okay, fine, whatever. Like British posties for a time were delivering, not just British milkmen. We're doing post, juices, eggs, you know. Other things that you'd need at a fairly, like a frequent pace, and not something you'd want to travel all the way to the supermarket to get. Whereas nowadays, it's so easy to get eggs in bulk, you just go to the supermarket and pack it. But I mean, we used to get milk and eggs delivered quite frequently. Milk every day. In the morning. Okay, so it's put the cat on the passenger seat. What happens if I just... Okay, so it does understand overtaking. We can always go past the diner, I guess, to drop this off. There's another game that I want to play, but I've forgotten its name because I was just thinking about it in my head. Hey, Fox. It is a very similar film. It's a similar game to this in that you're in a rural community. You cycle around and you interact with things to build memories up. I can't remember. It came out like a year or two ago.
I didn't bring the package.
Oh, right. The protagonist has got, like, quite defined circular glasses. I can't for the life of me think of it. You also bike around. So I'll have to check that. But the other game that I have access to, because I bought it on my US PSN account, is no, can't think of it. you also travel around a lake. It's named after
Mr. Mackey,
a poet.
I know you're close, but...
Warden, that's it.
I'm Meredith Weiss.
Yeah, Meredith Weiss.
Walden,
Thomas
sorry.
kid. I remember you running around the lake when you were yay high, getting into all sorts of trouble. What can I do you for?
Mildred Jenkins tells me you know a lot about animals, and, well...
Oh, hi there, little fellow. What's your name?
Apparently it's Mortimer.
Oh, pleased to meet you, Mort. He's a little sluggish.
And
Has Millie been
Season
feeding him cupcakes
was the
again?
other game I was thinking of. How did I got that on my account?
I'm sure she has.
Leave him with me. I'll put him on a diet today. Maybe even catch him a fish if they're biting. With any luck, he should be up and running in the morning.
Thank you, sir. By the way, how are you?
I'm fine. You go back to running around that lake, Miss Weiss.
Okay. Bye, Mr. Mackey. Bye, Mortimer.
Okay, well that was quite hassle-free. I think I need to stop getting distracted by thinking about other games. Mostly because my recollection's poor. And also it distracts me from actually enjoying the game. But that's streamer brain for you. Those are massive screws. Jeez. Okay. I would have thought that even though it would be ugly, that should be over here. There. Because any vehicle that's coming to pick that up is not going to want to do a U-turn in this car park when there are going to be cars here. What? I'm enjoying this game, but all the little like bits and bobs that are showing, it's not even lack of polish, it's lack of care, are annoying me. And yeah, I shouldn't judge it too harshly, but I mean, I don't know. I think it's something I would hate to release a game and have all these things pointed out to me. But also I know that I would make a game and have all these things like... I would have gone through and made a list of things that are bothering me like that in a game that I was making. And note them down, remember to come back to them, and get annoyed if I can't. But then... I think the problem is you have to move the object, rebake all the lighting around it. Test it doesn't
Used
cause...
to think our Spanner Dam was just as big and famous as Hoover Dam. Then I
Gosh,
visited
look how
Hoover
fast
Dam.
that water's moving. I understand the complexities of, oh, it's just moving one object. But also, like, they've thrown all these trees in. This is a suitably dense looking bit of wood, which is nice. I just don't understand, oh, this is a motel, wow. Kind of would have expected this nearer the actual rest of civilization. Oregon Trail Motel. Like, everything else shows that there's been care put into it. Like, that is a sloped ramp. And that's intentional. They've deliberately put in these houses at different heights. Actually, probably so that the beading, the edging on the gable ends don't, you know, like, lap all together. But again, like, they've made an object there. They've put in some steps, even though the top step looks different to everything below. I don't know.
Hello, sir. Parcel for you.
Pew pew. Should we disturb him? I guess we should.
I hope I'm not disturbing, but here's a parcel for you.
1 minute, I'm busy.
If you could just accept the
We
parcel
don't have
and
to
let
bully
me be
him,
on my way.
but it's fun to, so.
That a parcel for me?
Yes, sir. Oregon Trail Motel.
You can just put it on the counter.
All right. Have a nice day.
I hope that makes him fail. No, it didn't. I'm disappointed. Ding, 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 ding. Okay, there's no... I'm annoyed there's no button to just ring it. So now we have music. I was thinking, if we... Okay, if we turn the radio on, we get other music. I'm turning it on for 20 seconds to see if it cuts it through with news or something. No. Okay. With the way the mechanic spoke about the radio, I assumed it would be a way for us to hear about current events or something, as like one of those things that sometimes games announce something happening so that we'd have to go to another part of the map or something. We've already had our main character. Oh, I was going to go in this woods. She's piped up a couple of times when we've got to like zones that we haven't before, like when she mentioned that kiss. And I assume all of these areas of the map are going to have similar interactions that will trigger something or other. Because why would we drive down here otherwise? It might be she just...
I remember Dad telling me, Meredith, the picnic area is for the older kids. I think I was 17 when I had my first actual picnic here. It rained.
Yeah. But I'm also hoping at some point she'll pipe up and say, I should put on the radio. At the exact same time a news article appears that says, bears have eaten people, or something, you know. Okay, so we have wheat. Are we to assume it's the evening now, or it is the morning, or what? I mean, this is East Lake Drive, but I don't know if it's easterly facing or whatever. I mean, I guess we're going north, aren't we? That seems like a real poor placement for a field of wheat. The fishing place from here sort of looks like a church on a lake. So if we go that way, okay, we've already been on that road. We've not been on that little road though, have we? So I'm still going to turn, or rather go straight on, but then turn down this little cutting. My plan is to try and trigger all of the things in case it helps or changes something. I don't know. Again, as I said, old logging road, okay. Where was the... Okay, so... Farm. I've already forgotten how to zoom out. So, that's the logging place at Bear Creek, and this is called Old Logging Road. But it doesn't seem to go anywhere. Shouldn't it have a name that's derived from... Okay, I shouldn't just rant, but... So there's this, I live in England, right? Where pretty much every name of a town or city has got an ancient Old English origin or source for the naming of it. an awful lot are like Worcestershire, Birmingham, I mean, even Aberystwyth, I mean, has a Welsh name. Like, all of these towns have got reasons for why they're called what they're called. If you just take the name and plonk it somewhere else, it no longer has that same meaning. Like, even Birmingham means something in Old English, so why would you borrow it to put somewhere else and not just make your own name? It's why, I assume if it's an old logging road,
Meredith, hi.
there should be a purpose, so there should be an old logging cabin, or
listen, you got plenty of time, right?
an old timber mill or something. Sure.
Yeah, there's not much to do around here.
Awesome, I need a favor. I sent a bunch of files your way. It's the retail pitch for Added 87. It's good, but not great. It needs your magic. Do you think you can add it? Huh?
Nice one, Steve. When will the files arrive, and when do you need the feedback?
Oh, well, it should arrive tomorrow, and I need it yesterday. I could just send it to your post office, right?
Yeah.
Yep, can't miss.
Awesome. Mail it back to me as soon as possible. Priority mail. Thanks so much. Oh, I gotta run.
Okay, Steve.
Oh, one final thing. Now let this marinate. Added 87, add anything you like. It's fancy, right? Yeah, don't tell me now. I got a jet. Bye.
That was a bit weird. We should watch that.
All right.
So there
Well,
doesn't
let's
appear
watch this.
to be an option to like go explore and go out, but I imagine if we meet other people, we may be able to.
Oh, Steve's parcel. And a note from Tess. Hey, Em. Hope you're doing well. Steve told me you'd want to read through this monstrosity. Not sure if you really said that, but have a great time there anyways. Take care. Tess.
Okay. Maybe we go east first, go to the diner, get the cat, after we've done the ones in town. So we'll go west from this point. Sorry, when I meant east, I just meant along the east path before we go over to the western side of the lake.
It's time for a PO positive report. That's P.
Well, there's the radio news.
Let's see what it is today. The floor is yours, Angie.
Good morning, Jack. I got a pet peeve. Return videos that have not been rewinded. I mean, really? Be kind and rewind. Thanks.
Duly noted, Angie. And now on to today's weather.
So, are we hearing the radio in the car, even though the radio is on something else? Okay, so what we were listening to was a fake radio announcement. And when we got out, it assumed the radio was still on, even though I hadn't told it to be on, so it played the regular radio. All of the cars I managed to get stuck earlier are still making the noise of their engines. Okay, that's interesting. Well, that's a cool bug. 351 Main Street.
Oh, hello again. More mail for me?
And the tape you gave me.
Oh, wow. You watched it already?
A drifter in a sleepy town, an affair, and a plot to kill a husband? There's a lot more to this movie than I expected.
It's a classic, and probably my favorite noir. They did a remake a couple years back, but it's not as good. You can't beat Lana Turner's smoldering intensity.
I've not seen it, film.
Might be a little
if I should.
exaggerated.
I'm so glad you liked it. Most of the people here don't really appreciate the art of classic cinema. They just want to see Police Academy again.
You're
Which I
selling
may
them
have
short.
seen once
Maybe.
a while back.
Just wish I wasn't the only movie buff around.
Well, keep feeding my VCR and I'll be up to speed in no time.
Will do. Let me think about it and I'll get back to you. You know, it's good to see you.
That's nice to hear.
Because I have a sneaky little plan.
Oh, we're whispering now?
I want you to meet me, say, at 5 today.
What? Like a date?
Well, more like a business proposal. You in?
Why would we really can't?
All right, I'm in.
Hurrah! I'll see you this afternoon.
Wait, where are we meeting up?
Your place? It's 102 New Street, right?
Inviting yourself over. That's quite
I meant that in a
impertinent.
playful way.
Well, hey, do you want to know my sneaky little plan or not?
I hate both these options.
I guess, but...
It's settled then. See you at 5, partner.
I hope they're not going to introduce, like, timing and everything else. That's going to be a bit annoying. That's it. It's the next one, isn't it? I keep seeing that north symbol on the map and thinking it's a postal thing because it's orange. It's me just not paying enough attention. Why are people walking in the streets and not at the crossings? Urgh. Why is the... like 2 meters up on all the trees was like a dark band that was flickering. I was wondering why that was happening. So this is 102 Pine Street. I think so far I've got the gist of this game. With the interactions with Angie, I assume that's going to potentially build into something. It might be something completely different from what I'm expecting. But we shall see.
Alright, I'll leave it on the doorstep.
There is... I mean, that could fit in here, rather than on the dirt, lady. Can we pick it up? No? Oof, that's just rough. I think that is probably it for this little look. I'm not certain what more I can share of my thoughts on it. Mostly because all the little polish bits are annoying me. And while I'm definitely gonna finish this to the conclusion, I don't know, it seems like this is all it's going to be, which is fine. Like, it's one of these nice cozy games, and I quite enjoy that sort of thing. So thanks for looking at my little look of Lake. The next game I think I'm going to be showing is Kena, and that might be tomorrow. We'll see. Bye.